Hey everyone, I just got back from the comic book store, so it seemed a good time to enter Tim Marrant's contest. I have no memory of what he's giving away. Hopefully it'll just be like, hooray, you're the winner! Uh, or maybe it'll be like really obscure comics that when he shows them, I'll suddenly realize I need them and want them. So anyway, Tim had two requests for his contest. And one request was answer the question, how are you doing? And that, there could be the short version, hey, I'm doing great. Or the long version, life is complicated, and even when things are going fairly well, there's all kinds of complications, especially outside of the world of comic books. And so I'm going to give you like the 2-hour version, and then I edited it out. Okay, so that's everything there. But you get the sense of it. If you watched the 2-hour version, you'd know how complicated life is. One thing I love about Tim's videos is how high-tech they are. The incredible editing, the music, the animation, and his really slick, well-rehearsed, scripted stuff on his show. I mean, you want to be as professional as possible, and Tim delivers the goods. I'm not at all like that. I am doing a weird experiment on this. You may or may not find out about it on this video. So his other request was take something from your pull, read it, and geek out on it. So here's my pull today. I've got Saints number 4, is it? 5, Saints number 5. Really like this book. Paper Girls, definitely a great book. I thought I'd try Mirror. It's written by Emma Rios, art by somebody else. I don't know who. I don't see their names on the cover or anything like that. So I like the wraparound cover. I kind of like the back part of it better. But yeah, I thought I'd give it a try. Spawn, I have completely blamed this on Jared Osborne. His talking about Spawn with the team up of Eric Larson and Todd McFarlane, with Spawn going to hell to get his wife back from the devil. All in a day's work. It just sounded irresistible to me, and I got it. I really enjoyed, in some weird way, the first 2 issues of this storyline. So I got, even though it says it's part 2, it's really part 3. So I got that. And then I got Batman and Robin Eternal, as I do every week. Really psyched for the Swamp Thing. This will probably be a longer read than your average modern comic. The Vision number 4. This is the first one that I put on my pull list. I got the first 2 digitally from Christina, and they were awesome, so I bought number 3, and then I decided to put it on my pull list. First Marvel on my pull list in probably a half a year or a year. I don't intend to put a lot more Marvels on my pull list. I wish I had done the Marvel subscription to this one. But and then Midnighter, which I've decided to jump back on, give it another chance, mostly thanks to Ghost Critic. So, which of these will I read and geek out about for Tim Marrant? I figure Spawn will be a quick read, so I'm going to read it right now, on camera. So get your own comic book, read along, although I'll interrupt you as you're reading with any thoughts I have about this as I go on. Satan Saga Wars. Shouldn't it be Satan War Saga? I don't really understand that title. And here we see Al Simmons reunited with his wife in the flames, and he says, "Don't die." And that's got me really confused because they're in hell. Wouldn't that mean she's already dead? Of course, I don't know what happened before issue 258. Maybe she was brought to hell alive, and if she dies while she's there, she'll go to hell? Or will she go to heaven? I don't know. So I'm a big hell geek. Sleepy Reader 666, born with the name Damien, had people talking about hell to me in horror movies for a long time. So So I'm starting to read. There's the opening page. It actually has more dialogue on it than I expected. Maybe this will take longer and my camera will run out of memory. My iPad. Well, that's interesting on the first page, because I was talking about, wait a minute, she's already dead. Spawn is talking to the devil, who says, take your wife, I just want your costume. The devil says that to Spawn. Spawn has a long reply, but basically then ends with saying, I'm already dead, there's nothing to fear anymore. Yeah, so. And then his wife is saying, Al, don't do it. But I thought he just said he's not going to do it. I guess he is going to do it. He's going to... I don't know what's going on. The coloring in Spawn I really like too. Who's the colorist? It's, by the way, it's plot, script, layouts, pencils, and inks by Eric Larson and Todd McFarlane. So given the ordering there, I assume Larson is the instigator and McFarlane and he are working together, and McFarlane's kind of doing some of the work. And Flo Placencia, who's an awesome colorist that I know from Batman on his work with Greg Capullo. Oh, big. I feel Larson, I think it's mostly Larson on the pencils and then a lot of inking from McFarlane. I think Larson is really good at these big splash pages. And I love the big splash page in Hell. We've already had a lot of them in the other two issues. It's funny because the first issue I read only had dialogue on 2 pages in the whole issue, and the rest was all action. Here we're getting a kind of overwrought descriptions of what's going on, so it's quite a contrast to before. It's kind of refreshing to get the old-fashioned caption boxes. So we'd get tired of it if everyone went back to it. Okay, that's very interesting. Somehow his wife has gone inside of Spawn's cape. That's kind of cool. Spawn is fighting the devil, and his wife is saying, what are you doing? I find it a kind of a neat idea that the devil gave this guy this costume, and now the costume's too powerful and he wants the costume back. So I guess Spawn has now escaped with his wife, and the devil tells another demon, Hellion, to go get her back. It's just, I don't know. Seems a little silly. getting some romantic "I believe in you" kind of moments with the wife. Whoa. And then we're revealed to where they are in hell, and that's a great picture. I feel like I'm already got my $2.99 worth with some good pictures of hell. It's kind of similar to when I was buying those Godzilla in Hell comics. I get the same little buzz off of it. I guess I'd forgotten his wife had kids with another man, right? At least that's the way it seems as they're talking. This page seems very 90s to me. There's something about more than the art style of the 90s, but the layouts and the way they grouped characters on the pages and stuff in the most cliched 90s kind of art that I don't like. I don't remember hating it back then, but I really don't like it anymore. Now his wife is saying that she's dead and she can't go back. And she's telling Spawn, but you can go back. So she's asking him to go back to protect her children and leave her in hell. It's almost disconcerting. I'm so used to seeing Spawn with his mask on. When we do occasionally see his face, it's disconcerting. I expect maybe a more ravaged, savage-looking face. He's got a very smooth, handsome, regular guy face. He's telling her, just trust me, I've got a plan. Okay, yeah, he does have a daughter with his wife. I don't know if there's also children with her second husband, Terry. I wonder what you're reading while I'm reading this. Oh, there's a typo. She says, because it showed much you truly loved me. Must be how much you truly loved me. At this point, it looks like they're about to have sex in the middle of hell while demons are hunting them down. I'm also kind of expecting her to suddenly turn into a demon and not really be herself. That would be interesting, but maybe a cliche. How they get interrupted by a demon. Grab your clothes, there'll be others. Now she's regretting. She says, I shouldn't have slowed us down, meaning we shouldn't have stopped to have sex, or I shouldn't have talked so much about stuff. Tender love in hell. Interesting thought. See issue 185 when Al killed himself. See, I didn't know that. I not having read Spawn since issue 10. So there's something interesting. Probably ruined a whole lot of stuff for Matt Wednesday Serial right there. Then they get attacked again, and we're told this battle, this war, goes deadly silent. Well, so he has some plan to fight against hell that he formulated after he killed himself. I find that kind of interesting. You know, this is definitely cheesy in a way that I like. I plan to keep getting it until this Eric Larson collaboration run is done. We'll see how long that takes. So there you are, Tim. I have geeked out for you. I have taken you overly literally and read it in front of the camera. I know that wasn't what I was really supposed to do, but I've always wanted to try doing that anyway, so here we are. If you don't subscribe to Tim Marrant, well, no one's probably watching at this point, but if you don't subscribe to Tim Marrant, give him a shot. He has the style of video that I really like. Just relaxed and chatting and being himself. It's awesome. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.